also known as Grandma Bob. And today's message on the path to prosperity, what is true for you, is about the subject of adversity. How is it that adversity could possibly be your greatest asset to your path to prosperity? And to demonstrate what I mean, I'd like to share my own personal story, which began about 15 years ago. I became chronically, actually very seriously ill with copper overload and what's called candidiasis, or a candida fungal infection that was systemic. It was literally had taken over just about all of me. And the only remedy for it was a diet, a very restrictive, very limited diet. And when I say limited, I mean pretty much everything was off limits, like anything with complex carbohydrates, so out went breads and pastas, and anything with white flour, white dairy, white rice, it all had to go. And I was limited literally down to greens and protein items, fish, meat, eggs, but the rest of it was pretty much off limits, and my only source of fruit was a lime and a lemon, or limes and lemons. That was it, and it was pretty restricted. So when I thought of the word diet at that point, I was not thinking prosperity, in fact just the opposite. So I knew if I was going to do this long term, and I had been told that really it was going to take a while for my system to get rid of all the inflammation and to get back into a complete state of wellness and wholeness. So I thought, you know, if this is going to be a length of time, I need to look at this seriously as not a diet, but a lifestyle, and embrace it. It's mine, it's here to stay, and how can I make it palatable, livable, even enjoyable? So I kind of set on that path, even though I was still feeling very poorly back then. And I started that by going online. I found some absolute amazing individuals who were healthcare providers who provided me with an amazing education. And I also started looking for sources for food that would be a little more palatable, a little more exciting than what I was told to eat: brown rice and a few little vegetables and meat. Back then, my only source, as a matter of fact, for recipes was this little tiny book, Coping with Candida Cookbook, with nary a picture, not a one throughout the entire book. It looks like it's been mimeographed. But that was my source, and that was my beginning. But I quickly expanded from this to going to the market, looking at what were some great options, and I found that it became sort of a key area of passion for me. So I grew that. I drove my family pretty nuts with all the little kind of weird things that I was trying, and being so insistent that they watch their own diet. But over the years, I realized that wasn't really a great way to go, but to be on path with my own prosperity was really to learn as much as I could and share it with those people that really wanted me to share it. And that grew into all kinds of areas, including we were videographers, still are videographers, and we put videos together on my health path. One is called healtharts.tv. It's a pilot TV show. The other is called Holistic Recovery, and this is about my 2-year health journey. And again, I put all of this together for those people who really want to make a serious change in their own health, their own dietary needs. So that became a focus, and then on beyond that, lo and behold, not only did I find a network of people interested, and that furthered my interest in following on a path, a more prosperous path of holistic nutrition. But then, lo and behold, my grandkids showed up at my doorstep at various times, and they were keenly interested. At very young ages, 19 and 21, they were experiencing their own minor health challenges, but still they were areas of concern for both the kids. And guess what? Grandma Bob, me, I was able to show them all kinds of tips and tricks that I had learned along the way. And prosperity not just means financial prosperity, but for me it means growth of the circle, my sphere of influence, the people in my life to whom I'm contributing and making a difference. And that was beginning to really show up with the grandkids. They were extremely excited about what I was able to show them in cooking and preparing really healthy meals. And lo and behold, turns out it was a little ahead of my time with this tiny book, Coping with Candida, because it was called back then the Caveman Diet. Well, guess what it's called today? The Paleo Diet. Guess what is the #1 top most covered diet, hitting the headlines on the New York Times bestseller, all these amazing books on paleo diets, aka also known as, in my day, the Caveman Diet. So it has grown, my prosperity has grown from this little tiny book to this plethora of information. And in addition to the kids being very, very interested in this and sharing and coming over and making meals with me, but also I have a whole circle of friends that are on this path. And now I'm beginning the blog to share more about this, and I have created grandmaba.com and begun to monetize that. And also I'm writing a whole ebook, Heal Your Gut, Heal Your Life. So I guess the question I am about to ask you is, what kind of adversity is in your life right now? Is it around relationships, career, money? There must be something. I'm sure we all have our areas of adversity or our areas of huge challenge. So my suggestion is I invite you to look at that really closely and say, how can I determine that this is not so much an adversity as an opportunity for growth, but also to create more prosperity, to grow this whole area, to learn from it, expand it, share it, become it, really own it, and then make it something that is worthwhile and a source of prosperity in your lives. So thank you for listening, and I'd love to hear from you about your challenges and how you've overcome them on your path to prosperity. So I'll leave you with these thoughts. Feed your body, feed your mind, and feed your spirit. Thank you. I look forward to being with you again soon.